Okay, so I've got a foundation video for you today. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion. Now, I don't know if they're actually still selling this. Obviously, someone's selling it because I purchased it, you know. At my grocery store called Jewel Osco, they had a bunch of these still out. But I've noticed that in Walmart, when I've been there, they're clearing them all off the shelves. So I don't even know if this is still available. But I did want to try it because I've tried all the cushion foundations that I could find in the actual drugstore. Not the ones online, but the ones I could find in the actual drugstore. So I just did a review on the L'Oreal, what is it? Original L'Oreal True Match. And you can check that review out if you want. I've also done a review on the True Match Lumi in the actual pump bottle, and I have a review on that as well if you like to look into that. This says it's the True Match Lumi Cushion, so I don't know if like it's supposed to be the same type of formula as the one in the pump bottle, but just maybe thinner. I don't know any of the particulars, so but we're gonna try it out anyway. Okay. And like most cushions, it comes with this little seal over the top. Now you guys know that the Wet n Wild cushion foundation is my absolute favorite foundation from the drugstore. So let's just try this. I didn't like the Maybelline one. I got a review on that too, if you like to check that out. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and use the pad provided. I'm actually going to stamp off a little bit that's on this seal, just because, you know, I don't like to waste product much. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start here. I have a brush too, we'll try it both ways. I've got a little bit of concealer on this side, so we're going to go ahead and start here so we can kind of get an idea of the coverage, and we'll move out from there. Oh, really? This is shade N, what is it? Whoops. Now I'm making a mess. Okay. This is shade N2 Classic Ivory. It is too dark. Which is just such a bummer because once you use a foundation that you love and then there's a similar one that you're going to try, you just really are expecting it to do the same thing and be the same. Well, this shade is too dark, so that's kind of a bummer. The Wet n Wild cushion foundation that I use all the time and have loved is, I'm going to say it is exactly the right shade. And I can't remember what it is though. Lightest shade, exactly the right shade for me. So this is a little bit disappointing that this lightest shade that I found is not light enough for me. Okay, so and as far as coverage goes, like I'm getting a little bit of coverage where you can still see all my spots, all my you can just still see everything through it. I'm just not seeing a lot of good coverage with this foundation, so I'm gonna go ahead and use a brush for the other side, and I've got this number 3 BH Cosmetics brush. It is nothing more than a flat buffing brush, so we're gonna try this out. Okay. Oh, I feel like I actually kind of like the buffer better. Huh. Alright. Well, maybe the problem was that brand new puff pad thing was soaking up all the product and it just wasn't getting on my skin. The color is still off, so that's not going to change, but well, I don't know. Alright, well, let's try just even things out here. I think it's applying fine with the brush, so I've heard some people say, you know, just don't even try, just don't even use anything but the pad that comes with it. And even with the Wet n Wild one, the brush works fine. It works equally fine with the little pad or with a separate tool. So I don't have a problem with either application method. Okay, I feel like this side is getting more coverage though, and it seems a bit more shiny too. Like, I don't know if you can see, like, ooh, there's some glow on this. Okay, so I'm gonna put a tiny bit more on this side. And it's really weird because, like, this is my dark eye. Now, granted, I did have a little bit of concealer on there already, but just in terms of, like, the rest of my face and how more even this is looking, I feel like the brush is giving a bit more coverage. But again, it could just have been that brand new pad was soaking up all the product. So, and it, you know, if you have a flat top kabuki buffer like this, it's just as easy to stamp it if that's what you want to do. Okay. Well, it looks really pretty on the skin, like really, really pretty. Just almost as pretty as the Wet n Wild. Pretty similar, I would say. As far as finish goes, how it looks on my skin, like, you can tell that I'm wearing makeup, but it's just not bunching up around here and looking crusty and dry. The only thing I don't like about it, in fact, is the shade. I'm gonna put a little bit more right there. I feel like sometimes my upper lip either doesn't want to hold product, or it's just, there's some phenomenon going on here where my upper lip is always a different shade than the rest of my face. It's very frustrating to me. All right, so I think the coverage is probably about, you know, highlight to about medium. I did build it up a little bit. I would say it is very natural looking on the skin, and I actually am liking the way that it looks. But what's, you know, what's going to matter is whether or not you can find this anymore. This was $8 at the grocery store that I got it in. I don't know if that was the original price. I feel like it was like somewhere around the $15, $16 price when it first came out. So that would make it on par with the Wet n Wild, which is about $8.99, I believe, regular price. Now, I was just on Walgreens website on the other day, and they had it for like half price, so $4.99 or some crazy price like that. So if you're interested in getting it, I would look into that. But maybe check your actual Walgreens, just so you can kind of check colors and stuff. It's hard to be able to tell online. Anyway, so I will continue to wear this for the rest of the day. As a first impression, I think it's really pretty on the skin. It is looking pretty similar to the Lumi that is just in the pump bottle, which I thought was really good. What I'm really liking about it is that it's looking really natural on my skin, and it's just not looking crusty. Like, a lot of the foundations that I've tested out recently just look crusty on your skin. I mean, they don't. I mean, everybody knows I'm going to be wearing makeup, but it just doesn't look crusty. Like, most foundations I've tried recently just look crusty. So anyway, that's it for me today. I will wear it for the rest of the day. Of course, I will put my updated thoughts in the description or in the comments, whichever I get to first. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.